Hello everybody! I'm here today to tell you how to play Logical Journey of the Zoombinis in 2020. Now, don't worry, we'll get it a little bit larger than this too. This is a guide not really just for Logical Journey of the Zoombinis, but for how to get into speedrunning it as well. First thing I want to show off is speedrunning.com/Zoombinis. Here you can come and beat our records if you like, but there's a lot of categories. And right now, some of them don't even have any runs submitted. Speedrunning is where you come and you play a game and you try to beat it as fast as possible within the rules of the speedrun. There's two versions right now of Zoombinis that people are really playing. One is the PC New version. This is a game you can get on Steam for about $5, I believe. It's a complete rework of the game. But if, like me, you have nostalgia for the old game, you'll want to play on the PC old version. So first things first, guys, we're going to set up a DOS box. You may be familiar with this software. You can run kind of an emulated MS-DOS, and then you can install Windows 3.1 in it. But we're not actually going to install it at all. Someone has done all the work for us and has explained how to do it. What it comes down to is that you're going to click this to download the thing, and then you're going to unzip it and follow the instructions. So you're going to unzip what you download. Now you are going to need a copy of Windows 3.1. There is a website called WinWorld. WinWorld library, Windows 3.1, and then I took this one right here. So you're going to download that, and you're going to unzip the files into the setup folder. When you unzip the Win31 DOSBox file, your setup folder will be empty. You can unzip what you download into there. You won't get all these files. You'll actually have 6 disk images, like floppy disk images. But the setup will do it all for you. Then once you've got your setup populated, you're going to run install Win31 DOSBox. And you'll see DOSBox boot up. You'll see it install Windows 3.1. It'll be really easy. And then it'll let you launch Windows 3.1, which you can do. If you double click Win31 DOSBox, here's Windows 3.1. Of course, yours won't have Zoombinis installed yet. The next thing you're going to need is a copy of the original Logical Journey of Zoombinis. Be careful. On Amazon, they're selling like the new version. You don't want that. On eBay, there's a number of copies. Or you can hoist your black flag and go on the high seas. I think you'll have no trouble finding it. So once you do have the Zoombinis software, if you have a disk, you can just copy the files from the CD into a folder like this. I have a folder on my C drive called Zoombini. And what you want to do is you want to have 2 Windows Explorer windows like this. You want to take the Zoombini folder and drag it to Win31 DOSBox. You're going to do this now to install it, and you're going to do this every time that you want to play. So we drag it over like that. What this does is it mounts the Zoombini software into Windows 3.1. Now, you're going to have to change some settings in Windows 3.1. You're going to have to change your color settings. You're looking for this folder called Main. You might have to open up like Program Manager first, then inside of that is Main. Inside of that is Windows Setup. Don't worry, it's all set up. This is just kind of the display settings. You want to go to Change System Settings. Then here in Display, you want to find this row. Very important, it says 256 colors. Very important, it's exactly this row. Okay? You want to select it. It'll ask you if you want to use what drivers you want to use. You want to select current drivers, and then I think it'll like restart, and you'll enter again. Make sure when you enter again that you do drag over Zoombinis just like before. Now we need to install Logical Journey. So what are you going to do? You're going to go back again into Program Manager. back into main, and click File Explorer. You're going to have a Y drive. This Y drive is your Logical Journey of Zoombinis mounted, okay? It needs to be mounted for you to play. It needs to be mounted for you to install. That's why we always have to drag the Zoombini folder over like I talked about, okay? You can click autorun.exe. You should be able to run setup.exe or autorun.exe. I've already got it installed. This is a really good demo, obviously. I've already got it installed. One of those should work out for you, okay? And then you may have to restart again. Don't remember. At that point, if we close out a file manager, you will have the Broderbund software folder inside the program manager folder. And here you'll have Logical Journeys. If you double click it, it will work. Obviously, this is pretty small. Changing the resolution of Windows 3.1 didn't help. I couldn't get any larger. So what I do to get it larger is I scale it with OBS. OBS is a really fantastic program. OBS Studio actually is what I use. It lets you just compose different elements and put them all together. That's how I made this video where you can see my face in one corner, this in the middle, and my splits above me. Listen, if you want to play Logical Journeys, you're probably a millennial. If you haven't used OBS Studio yet, it's about time. So learn how to use OBS Studio. I can't show you an OBS Studio tutorial while using OBS. It will not work very well. But then you can take this image, display it in OBS, and stretch it, right? And so then what I do is I typically have Zoombinis and my splits on one screen, and then in the middle monitor, I have just OBS. And so I actually play while looking at my own face and the OBS display panel. That way I can make Zoombinis larger. So that's what I recommend. And you can play Logical Journey of Zoombinis. So get speedrunning. Download AutoSplit and join us on the speedrunning Zoombinis community.